Alrighty, and we are live, guys. Sorry so much for being late. A few technical issues on my side, but we're on now, and I'm Brad, the founder of The Few, and I'm here with my good friends Hannah and Jesse. Throw it over to you guys.
You go.
Yeah, cool. So like Brad just said, I'm Jesse. This is Hannah. We are the founders of AUS-NZ Slalom Skate Inc. And yeah, we're going to be hosting the AUS-NZ Slalom Open. And yeah, we're just here to talk through some of the things about the event, watch some videos, sort of discuss like little things that we're looking for, and yeah, show off some of the prizes and stuff like that as well, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, so pretty much this event, you've probably seen some different posts about it, but it's going to be a video edit competition. The submission dates for the video edits have actually been pushed back because of the Melbourne lockdown. So there's a little bit more time now to get your edits in as well.
Exactly. And so what we want to do today is just go through a little bit of what the comp is about and how to get in, and also just talk to you guys about slalom skating in Australia in general. So first of all, I'm over here on the few.studio website. It's got all the information you need to know about the comp. I think the most important thing for us with this event is that we wanted to make it as simple and easy for you guys to get in as possible. So there's no super strict rules. There's no set tricks. You just need to grab a camera or your phone, shoot a few lines, and send it on over.
Cool.
Maybe you guys would like to talk about the judging.
Yeah, cool. So the way that the judging is going to work is, like we said in the advert, it's going to be broken up into sort of 4 different categories. The 4 categories are going to be style, difficulty, creativity, and impression. Now, a few of the things, for instance, and this is where it gets a little bit interpretive, and everyone's going to differ a little bit. But style, we're going to have up to 30 points available, and it can be any range of things. So the style in which you execute a trick, and it's something that myself, I try to focus on quite a lot, is you can do an easy trick, and if you can do it well and you can make it look great and look like it's your own, you are going to sell essentially freestyle or freestyle slalom so much more than being able to kind of just limp your way through something that people would consider difficult. So would you like to talk about it?
Yeah, so I think, we just really want to make clear that it's only really a minor portion of the judging that goes towards the difficulty. This is an event where you can kind of submit something, and perhaps you might not be the most tech heavy person, but you could still do very well in it. So yeah, we have three different categories at the moment. It looks like we've got an open male, over 18s. Sorry, was it over 16s?
16 and under is junior.
16 and over is junior, and 17 and over is opens. I'm going to have open male and open female. So hopefully we get a fair few submissions in each.
Yep, and you got 120 seconds for your edit.
Yeah, and just to also clarify with the entry as well, this is more applicable for any juniors that are considering entering. If you feel like you're good enough to go up and you want to show the contenders in the open females or the open males, that's totally fine. We want the juniors to be able to make up their mind. They can enter into the juniors if they feel like they can outskate or outperform or keep up with, some of the, more experienced skaters. That's, more welcome.
Absolutely, that's right. You can certainly go in a higher category if you would like. There's no reason why you can't. And on top of the prizes, in fact, we're stretching out the prizes to top 5 in each category. We've got a bunch of awards as well for things like best trick, best line, best edit. So we're really excited to see, even if you can't put a whole 2-minute run together, maybe your video editing skills. or that one really great trick that you've got.
Yeah. A minute 20, no, it was 120 seconds of, don't do 120 seconds of one trick. Try, well, you could, if it was really cool edit, it might do all right. But maybe you want to do some more tricks than that.
In fact, and you'll see that as part of the judging criteria, it gives you some tips. So try to avoid showing the same trick numerous times. You should be mixing up your edit with a combination of lines and difficult tricks.
Did you want to show some of the prizes?
Yeah, cool. So thankfully, the team over at Bayside, FR, Seba, and Luminous, they've been able to generously give us a bunch of stuff to allow us to run the prize pool super deep. One of the big concerns that we had was we don't want to scare people away from the event because they don't feel like they're going to be good enough to kind of share where they are with us. So we wanted to almost incentivize this a little bit more. And yeah, thankfully they were super generous about it. And we're just like, yeah, take as much as you want. Let's run this prize pool super deep. So some of the things that we are going to be giving away, it's going to start, little trinkets, little wristbands, that sort of stuff.
Very cool. I have a lot of these,
Yes.
And they're pretty cool.
Just fun little collectibles. And then, moving on up through, obviously more slalom specific stuff, cones. We've even got bearings, IL-Q9s as well. They're the top range freestyle bearing. I mean, pretty much everyone who skates on FR uses those. Personally, I use them. Hannah uses them as well.
Yeah, that's it.
They're awesome. So good.
We've got a bunch of different FR Skates t-shirts. So you probably actually seen me and Jesse getting around in a lot of these t-shirts because it's kind of what we wear.
That's what we wear at this point.
Yeah, so lots and lots of shirts.
More than I thought there was.
And also, AUS-Slalom is chucking in a couple of our hoodies in.
No.
So it is hot weather at the moment, but maybe when it cools down, you might wear it. So yeah, we've got a bunch of prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hopefully just to sweeten the pot to get more people to jump in. I mean, to have the top 5 in each category sort of have the ability to win something. That's so much. That's so much. And we can't thank all of the sponsors again. Cool.
Can't do without the sponsors, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've actually got a few people from around the country waiting to jump on right now. Who do you guys want to bring on first?
Let's go ahead and bring Jordan in first. I think.
Yeah, let's bring Jordan in.
Let's have a chat to Jordan.
Alrighty, Geordie. Jordan, welcome.
Hello.
Hey, Jordan, how you
I
going?
knew you guys would bring me in first. I knew it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Jordan.
So introduce yourself.
Yeah,
we actually met Jordan. I'll give a bit of background about Jordan before he introduces himself. But we met Jordan when he came down. I reckon it was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. I don't know.
It
How
was
long ago?
2018.
Yeah,
wow.
so Jordan came down to Melbourne and hung out with a lot of us slalom skaters and did a competition, which was really cool. And he kind of does a lot of slalom up in Gold Coast. Gold Coast? Yeah.
No. Brisbane now. It used to be Logan, but Brisbane now. I've moved to Brisbane. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, fantastic. So I guess we've just want to have a chat to you about sort of what's going on up in Brisbane. Obviously, through the grapevine, we know that you are sort of the, lack of better words, the flag bearer.
You're the
Brisbane.
slalom dude.
You're
the slalom dude. In
I mean, the amount of people that we've had, come through the shop looking for slalom skates, and it's like there's some correlation there between what you're doing and the growth in the community that we are seeing. So sort of how many skaters are you starting to see more frequently on turnouts, that sort of stuff? Talk to us.
Yeah. It's interesting. I feel before there was less people wanting, but after COVID-19, like I've noticed, I urban skated to a park one day, and I've seen people set up slalom cones in that park, and people I've never seen suddenly do it, and really, it's still a big graveyard here. There isn't much of a scene, but I find down south, it's very transient, especially on the Gold Coast. There's a lot of people coming and going, and a lot of new faces showing up. And I see some really talented people, especially on the south side, especially on the Gold Coast, come all the way up to events I organize at Mount Warren Park. They train hard. I know this because even some people who are with me, they say, Jordan, that girl before, she's even better now. And I'm thinking, wow, she must have trained by herself this whole time. So I'm not the only one who's going alone at this. There are people scattered all over Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, who are sometimes really trying to put in some effort. And I feel like my presence here makes people want to, I don't know, do more.
Oh, definitely. And we have experienced, exactly what you're talking about. Pre-COVID, I mean, everyone in the skating community early in this, who's been around for a little while now, would have experienced, the weird looks, the often, the name calling, that sort of stuff that you get just from being out on the street, from rolling around. And so you're rolling your eyes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, since like that pandemic and moving forward, the amount of attention, it's normalizing again. And I think that's really fantastic. I think where freestyle is in its infancy state, particularly in Australia, there's a lot of interest, and just the problem is there's a lot of interest, but there's not enough people kind of guiding the way and, trying to push the sport forward. And it takes just a few of like-minded individuals, and I guess the right kind of person who's going to sit down and really push themselves to learn, to then pass out knowledge on to others. And it's like, yeah, we've seen a massive growth down here as well. And it's really fantastic.
Yeah, I find that sometimes when a skater comes from anywhere, from overseas, that impression, that gets transferred to people in the flesh. Because, really, seeing someone do amazing things in person is not the same as seeing them do it on YouTube. When you see them do it in person, you really get that sensation of wanting to do it. You get really close to it. And yeah, Hannah, I know that you're coming up here eventually. Sorry if I did an announcement. And yeah, you're going to have a ball, because people are going to look up to you when you come. Any tricks you do, people are going to be impressed. Are going to have what they can do afterwards. So you'll have a blast coming, I'm sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, we've got James O'Connor in the chat from rollerblading.com.au letting us know that you're doing a great job.
Yes.
Jordan.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
And Queensland.
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess I've got another follow-up question for you as well, Jordan. I know you are in the works of getting your edit in place. You're actually one of the first people to kind of get your name in there.
Get your name in there.
I know we're still waiting.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done?
You're done.
Fantastic. That's really good to hear. I guess, what are some of the things, without spoiling it, what are some of the things that we can kind of expect? Like, were you looking definitely like into that stylistic side of things, the difficulty, or were you looking for like something different, like creative? Like, or did you try to hit kind of every bracket that's available?
I tried to hit every bracket that was available, but really, I like to develop something new. Sometimes I just put my iPod on and I'm lost. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and it's that way I actually start creating chaos. And then after that chaos, you create an order to that chaos. And then when you play back that chaos that you've spent so much time filming, you can make that into a really cool combo. That's my experience, and that's what I've been able to pull.
No, we're excited to see it.
Yeah, super excited.
So I'm glad that you're so proactive about it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I can see that we've also got Russ now sitting ready to jump on. Shall we bring Russ on?
Let's get Russ in.
Hey,
Welcome,
everyone.
Russ.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good to see you, man. Highly respect what you do down there, Russ.
I missed that, Jordan. Sorry, you just broke up.
You organise some of the events down there, don't you, Russ?
Yeah, that's right. So about 18 months ago, we started the group down here with about 20 or 30 skaters just getting together and just doing some social skates. We've got about 500 and something now. So, it's really taken off. It's an awesome sort of awesome group of people doing all sorts of stuff from slalom to dance to, whatever, urban skating and park skating, the whole sort of thing, really. Not too many people are into slalom. I certainly am, and there's a few of us sort of really love skating cones. And we have a few quad skaters as well in the group that are phenomenal. They're doing some pretty awesome stuff. It's just really good to see. But we're hoping to really, really grow that aspect of our our social group down here. That's the goal.
Yeah, and so you just said that you do have quite an active quad community, and that's something I really wanted to. One of the reasons why we jumped to get you on was the fact that you do have such a dense quad community. We want to try grow freestyle sort of across platforms as well. We definitely get a lot of people coming through being like, hey, is this just an inline thing, or can quad skaters get involved as well? Like, even with the event, but more so slalom in general. I was like, I guess my question to you, are you seeing, a little bit more interest from quad skaters into sort of, hey, what's it like skating on the cones? What tricks can we take and adapt? And, because I know there'd have to be a scene sort of starting to develop down there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think we regularly see people, learning most of those D-level tricks. So they're really sort of, people have got them dialed. Some of them are pretty impressive. So, it's really good to see. And I'm just, really looking forward and trying to encourage some people to get a bit of a video edit together, and offered my skills to film a few things as well. So,
I was just about to bring that up.
What I'd like to do. Yeah.
Yes. So Russ has graciously offered his time to help throw together some edits for people. So if you are watching this and you do need some help, where would be the best place to get in contact with you about it?
Just send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Russ Tatlow, just look me up, and just send me a personal message, and I'll give you some pointers. If you're local, I'll go out with a camera and shoot some footage for you.
How do you spell it,
unless
Ross?
unless it's in Launceston.
How do you spell your Instagram handle, Ross?
It's _Tassie. It's the letter O, not the number. As in 4 wheels, like rollerblade wheels.
Right.
_Tassie.
Can I
You've got
ask?
such a creative mind.
Yeah, it took me a long time to work that out, because I was like, a few months after you'd made an Instagram, I was like, oh, it's like a skate.
Yeah,
it's a blade. Yeah, it's a
saying
wheel.
Yeah.
You're a Tassie, yeah.
Like the entire time. I didn't realize.
But now I get it. And I think I've seen other people doing it now, so that's cool. I wanted to ask, if you have one tip to give, damn.
Mm-hmm.
One tip to give for making
That's
a
embarrassing.
video.
Well, let's
What
see
would you
this.
give? What tip? You had one
Oh,
tip.
no, don't see that. That didn't end too well.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Is this some of
Brad,
your personal
that's
legend?
embarrassing, showing Mr. Brad.
Pretty good.
I broke my wrist. I completely smashed my wrist in that bowl about 6 weeks ago, so I'm still recovering from that.
And you've got some wizard frames all the way from Canada. How are the wizards?
They feel amazing. Yeah. yeah, just not obviously for slalom, but yeah, just getting out and cruising around the city. They are heaps of fun. Yeah, really, really good fun.
And
Go
sorry,
on.
I was just asking the roll. I noticed you've got the roll. How do they feel?
You just dropped out there, Jordan. I didn't quite hear that.
I noticed you got the rollerblade hydrogen wheels on. How do they feel?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love them outside. I wouldn't use anything else. Well, I mean, I probably would, but I like them. They're my choice out of, just out hitting the streets. So they feel really good on asphalt and concrete and over rough stuff, and they slide nice and easily. And yeah, I like them. I think there's a fair bit of control in terms of pushing it into a slide as well. I really enjoy it, and they're quite fast center edge, I find too.
The pink ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Geordie, maybe for a moment, I'm going to boot you from the stream. We've got Martin over in Perth, just chilling in the back at the moment. We'll bring him on and say good day. Marty,
How are you?
Marty.
welcome.
Hey, Martin.
Greetings from the West Coast. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Very good. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. So, Martin, introduce yourself and tell us who
Well,
you are.
I'm Martin from Perth. Actually, because of my accent, you know that I'm not Aussie, actually. I'm Argentinian originally, but living in Australia for 8 years, so trying to get as Aussie as possible, mate. So 3 years ago, we started the POR group with Michael Rokic and Emma Taylor, and a few months later, Jason Freling and Richard Brace joined in the group, and we started with quite a small group and skating with some people from rollerdromes and things like that. And 3 years later, we are 2,500 people. It's a very, very active group. And we have about 6 events weekly that are fixed every week for different levels, from staying in one place that is we call it Magic Move Mondays. That is where we practice mainly slalom and tricks, to long skate that we have on Sunday, that is Crackdown, that is at least 30 Ks and pretty quick. So we cater for any skater, any style.
And Martin, what was the name of your group?
Perth Outdoor Rollerblading. So it's POR. Yep.
I got it. Yep.
So yeah, we are on Facebook and on Instagram. And it's been quite a success. And I was listening to the other guys saying that after COVID, it's been a boom. So it's funny to say that 3 years ago, when we started the group, we started when it wasn't cool. And 3 years later, it's pretty cool to skate. And you see a lot of thumbs ups in the street, and not the usual jokes that we used to have 3 years ago. So that's pretty funny.
So obviously, all over Australia, I mean, COVID has affected our country very, very differently to a lot of us, and that is due to, I guess, the isolation between the states. So Hannah and I, obviously, we went over to Perth this time, last year? Very early last year.
Yeah, I know, exactly, yes.
Got to meet Martin, and one of the biggest things that I noticed coming from Melbourne and heading to Perth was the Perth skate community. It drew quite a lot of likeness to the Melbourne freeride scene, and sort of that growth and progression there. And it's always interesting seeing I guess different skate groups in different levels. I guess my question to you, since the lockdown and since sort of this rise in popularity, have you seen a substantial uptake in concurrent skaters and people coming and giving it a go for the first time?
Yes, lots of new people, people that, especially people that says, I used to skate in the 90s and I haven't skated for 20 years. Most people at one point in their life just skated and they are taking it back. But we also see a lot of people that they are buying their skates for the first time, and it's quite cool because it's not only people that is very young, but also like, I know, 30 something, 40 something buying their skates for the first time and doing pretty well actually. Some are learning skills pretty fast, and also even though in Perth the quarantine wasn't that hard because we were lucky and actually we live pretty normal lives. I think seeing people doing this on other states that skating by themselves is like kind of motivate people to go out and skate and do the same things that people on Instagram, on TikTok, or social media were doing. So actually, it's like motivating each other through, especially through social media. And if we talk about slalom, when you came here, that was definitely a kickstart for slalom, because before that was nothing. We used to set cones, but there wasn't any skills, let's say. But when you came, and actually I was listening to something that you were saying that it's different to see someone doing a trick on a video than doing it live. So looking at you was a lot of motivation, and now even every 2-3 months we have slalom skills events that Jason usually organizes. And there is a lot of people going, and we watch your videos and we learn from there, and other people on YouTube. Definitely we miss you guys, so you have to come back.
Yes,
We can't wait to come back. Honestly, after we went to Perth, it was so beautiful. We were like, I was like ready to move there. I loved it. You
will see a lot of, and you will see so much progress in a lot of people that assist to that classes. It's amazing. And everybody's trying to do your UFO, man. It's still one of our favorite videos on Instagram, one of the most liked. So, yeah.
Hey, Martin, can I ask you a question? Do you actually have any roller skaters in your group? I know it's a rollerblading group, but do you cross mix and cross pollinate?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There are lots. Actually, the name is a bit deceiving because it says rollerblading, but it's we do it for everyone. Actually, I wouldn't change the name because actually even the logo is a tri-skate. But so it's quite hard. But yeah, lots of roller skaters, especially on.
What would you say the percentage is, Martin? What would you say the percentage is roughly?
Well, now I think in events, maybe it depends on events. On Mondays, maybe some days it's even 50-50 because we stay there a lot and we can practice more. In event, the faster the event, the less roller skaters that we have usually. Yeah. So it's quite unlikely to have roller skaters in 30K events unless they are really good. So we have many that are roller skaters like super good that they can beat you,
keep up,
and be faster than any inline skater. But yeah,
we have a few like that too.
Cool. All right. Actually, just before we sort of keep pressing forward, I do have, I guess, one more question as well. Moving forward, once obviously this pandemic's in our rearview mirrors and we're allowed to come out and travel again, Hannah and I are definitely wanting to outreach more through multiple communities and start trying to really get freestyle up and running, really push that growth again. So I guess what I want you guys to do is go and start working at little fun collaborative events that we can organize, little things like that. I thought we'd let everyone know that thankfully between sort of Bayside Blades supporting us again and what Hannah and I are doing with our slalom, we do have avenues to travel and come and see everyone and skate with everyone. So we want to try express the fun side of slalom, because I think one of the big things that we see is a lot of people get very concerned by the difficulty, which again, if you have the right mind for that, that is incredible. To be insanely technical, it's a lot of fun. But I think what scares people away is that is a lot of work and it's very difficult. We want to be able to show the expressive side. And I think that this is harder to learn. It's you can learn all of these tricks, these fundamental tricks, but then to capture your own sort of style. Yes,
Yeah.
cool. Yes, to capture your own sort of style, it's very key. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm going to be looking at through the competition, and hopefully seeing a lot of is that creativity in that style. So.
And going back to the format of the comp, what you will notice is that style is weighted just a little bit higher than everything else. So we are really looking for the difficulty, the creativity, and the impression of the video. But if you want to, set yourself up to do well, making it look good is critical to your success.
I think that's particularly important in an online platform. I mean, having the ability to, not being live, to have the ability to film the same trick 30 times or the same line over and over, just getting the right, even little thing, the right footwork, making sure your head, your shoulders and everything are sort of in the right place to really show and demonstrate your style. That's what we really want to look for.
So maybe considering that Jordan has completed his edit, let's ask him. Let's bring him back on. Hey, Jordy. So, given the opportunity to have as many runs as you'd like to get your edit done, did you find yourself going back and reworking tricks and thinking about style and position, and how many takes did you have for any certain number of tricks?
1 million? Well, I don't know the exact number. It's definitely like more than 50 takes at least, because the combo I've been doing it for like over 2 years in the hopes of doing it at nationals. But with the situation with COVID-19, I decided, I've just completed my edit over two cone configurations, the 80 centimeters and the 50 centimeters. And, that took me numerous takes as well. So I decided to just use that. So it's taken me like quite a few takes, like 50 all in all, when you add the 2 years that I've spent doing this combo.
Amazing.
Okay. Cool.
And now there's another 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, now there's another 2 weeks. Take another million takes and no.
I guess now that just gives you a little bit more time. If there was anything that you're a little
make it harder. No.
Make sure it's absolutely perfect.
That's exactly what I did. I didn't knock over a single cone in my combo, so I put quite a bit of work into it.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was really exhausted after.
Well, no, I can say that like everyone here is going to be super excited to see it when it comes up. It sounds like you've worked really, really hard for it. So yeah, fingers crossed it comes out just like you planned.
There was this really influential blog I saw. Kevin Wren commented on it as well. It was somewhere in the Skatelog forum. It was about this guy. He was always putting up with students who didn't show the promise he wanted and didn't get the tricks. And he ended up having his own coach. He said how, the coach said, "I'll just do 1,000 iterations of the crazy, then just go home after that." And that's really long. You have to do like all these crazy of times to get the success. You don't have to do it 1,000 times one day. But really, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing thousands and thousands of the basics to do the hardest stuff.
Yeah.
That's really what every slalom skater should do.
Definitely. I think there's with slalom, we like to treat it almost as a pyramid structure, and it's something that I say to a lot of the people that we teach and a lot of people that are just interested in the sport, that the foundational levels, your fishes, your forwards, crosses, snakes, everything in that early bracket, hyper focus on, make sure it is very, very solid. So when you move up through the pyramid and get up towards that very pinnacle, you've given yourself the best chance.
You've got the foundation.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
Here is 10 tricks for beginners. So we're currently watching a really nice video. Yes. Fantastic. So
That's a pretty good fish.
it is. That's a fast fish. What that is.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. That's exactly what I tell everyone to start with whenever I see them. Whenever I come across a skater, I make them do that.
The ultimate test.
Oh.
You know?
This is
So fish is side by side, and the snake is one in front of the other, right? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're pretty creative in the way that they name this sort of stuff. You know, fish, it's your feet side by side of fish swimming in the water, and then snake from 1 foot out in front and just moving like a snake.
I don't really see how going backwards on 1 foot through the cones is the third easiest thing to learn.
That
But
1 foot's a pretty hard one. It's a
Yeah,
tricky one. Yeah, this is out of control. This is some high level stuff, you know?
That's, again, I think 1 foot skating as well, it isn't just applicable for slalom. Any form of skating, it's amazing how much time you actually do spend on 1 foot. So this is just, I guess, a great example of some of the things that we, like most slalom skaters use to become just better general skaters. You know, forwards cross, it likens exactly across to crossing over. You know, this sort of stuff. If you work on slalom and, you know, use the cones more as a visual barrier, just to teach you, you know, some good form and to get you used to what it's like to have an obstacle sort of around your feet to operate safely, it makes just general skating so much easier. And
we've got a couple of comments, guys. We've got Fino in the chat saying that they hope the sport and community are growing, and well done.
Thank
And
you. Yeah.
And Kieran asking, does the music for the edit have to be royalty free?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that is actually super important. Thank you for
Can
that.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
Kieran, look, I don't know if you know royalty-free music, or if really any of you contestants or people hoping to do this know where to go for royalty-free music. My advice is to go to bensound.com. That's where I got my royalty-free music from. That's what I believe it's called. I'm just looking now. Excuse me. bensound.com on mine. And yeah, there it is. bensound.com. You should see all the royalty-free music. Some of it you can purchase, but that's where I got my my song from, and that helps greatly. Rather than me going through YouTube, working out if it's royalty-free, it's just all there.
So here is Ben Sound, and if you're really unsure, YouTube actually has an audio library. This is all royalty-free music that YouTube provides to content creators to use. And you can just come in here and pick a song, and off you go.
If you are just happen to be sort of super talented as well, you can totally try and put together some music yourself. I'm fairly certain there was entry in the ANZRO that had a musical score that was created by the skater. Like, to me, that is just like so cool. Like, I'm not musically talented whatsoever, so I should be finding something online.
That's exactly right. Scott Crawford on the guitar, he did his, and there might have been another one as well.
Yeah, it's so cool. I think it definitely just has that next level of personality to the whole experience.
Has anyone seen the one they've done in Singapore, where they go, "No, you're gonna dig this," and it's sort of a crossover between the songs coming out of the Jet Set Radio Future game and something else, and they just remixed it, putting it up on their montage. Does anyone know that montage where they put that?
Yeah, I think I saw it a little while back, but I have to watch it.
This is really hard tricks.
Yeah,
These are really hard tricks that are happening in the video here.
Yeah, like,
But
hit my cross, like,
They're doing it backwards. I reckon we should put on some edits.
Yes.
I did get a couple of edits, so I think Brad's able to get some of them up.
Sure.
But I just I'm really into like watching skate edits. So like I have some that are like my favorite, and I don't know what it is. Like I just like see these edits and I'm like, this is vibe that I just want to live in. And it's just a video and you can't. So, but I just thought I selected some videos that are pretty like professional videos, but they're just more for some inspiration, you know, other than like maybe if you have some really like crazy awesome skills at editing, like you'd be able to do something like this. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, so
So
I had
Hannah,
no choice.
I think the videos that you sent me are just the trailers for videos, because they're all about 60 seconds long.
Yeah, so they're just a lot of them are sort of content like that are just edited videos of skaters that like FR Skates uses or stuff like that. So they're usually a minute long because they post them to social media.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, let's have a look at
maybe that's the wrong video. I think yeah, but this one's not really a skate edit. I think this is just his holiday. If you go back to the drive, I think video number 6 in the drive. Yeah, that video, there's not a lot of skating. It's just him on a holiday. But it's a cool video, but we want the skating one, I reckon. This is my favorite edit ever.
Yes. So this is a French skater and an English skater. So Ambro, who is skating here, and Izzy, who is behind the camera. We got to meet them when we went over to compete in Barcelona in 2019. And both of them work for FR as development riders and just two of the slickest slalom skaters that we've ever met. The style is incredible.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, Ambro at one stage before he retired from competition, he was in the top 5 in the world across the open men's category, and it was between the 2 different disciplines as well, so battle and classic. He was he is phenomenal.
I don't know if anyone saw that, but he just got a dude to over him while he was doing Corbo, and I've thought about trying it. But I'm not sure if I trust my friends who can do flips enough to do it. So.
I think you've acquired so much success so far, Hannah. Maybe you want to be careful about doing any backflips right now. I don't know. Until if people look up to you enough.
One thing that I would like to bring up with that video that we did just watch, the editing behind that video as well was fantastic. I mean, that was a shot for the NPC wheels, so Sebastian's flagship wheel. The shots were all quite focused around the skate, obviously, and the wheel, but little things, using the right lighting and stuff like that, can just change the feeling of a scene. And that's also something that is going to be in consideration when we are judging the event. Is there some cool editing going on here? We do actually have prizes. I think Brad did mention it before. We do have some cool prizes for the best edit, that sort of stuff. So even if your skating isn't at the highest level, but you are awesome with the camera and awesome with some editing software, there's prizes to be won.
I just wanted to say, it was actually very hard for me to edit because I have an old version of Sony Vegas Movie Studio.
Oh dear.
And it was like 2010, and every time I tried to upload my edit after I did all the cuts, it crashed when I tried to render it. So all that progress went in for nothing. So what I did was, I went for open source software. I went to find this thing called it's called Kdenlive, Kdenlive. I use it on Windows 10. I guess you could use it on Mac, I don't know. But for me, it just had all the features out of the box for me to just do my edit. I'm not trying to promote the company. It's an open source product. It's not, so it's, it's free. free as in freedom, so anyone can just use it if you need to use it. So it was really helpful for me. I didn't have to purchase anything to do this edit.
Yeah, no, that's great. And, you know, to have avenues to be able to make this as easy as possible for people, I think, yeah, it's going to incentivize it. Yeah, so one of the big things that we do want to stress is the event is going to be held in roughly 2 weeks' time. So just, it sounds like a lot of time to put it together. Just, we could not recommend more highly to be proactive about this. Hannah is actually going out first thing tomorrow morning to get some cool shots to really get the ball rolling. I'm currently in the works, just trying to get some, like, essentially a filmer behind, talking to someone at the moment, but it is on its way. But yes, please be proactive, stay on top of it. Yeah, it's the more entries we get in, just means the better this whole event's going to come out, and the more incentive there is for everyone that has been involved in the back end to continue to do stuff like this. Ideally, in the future, if this goes off, like if this is a massive success, we would love to try, you know, maybe even international events, this sort of stuff, really take freestyle and Australia's freestyle scene international, which would be really cool. So yes, 2 weeks, get your videos in as soon as possible. You do
So
need
Ross, any last thoughts or words of encouragement for people teetering on the edge of getting an entry in?
Yeah. Look, I would strongly advise anyone who, if you've got a couple of skills, you can make a couple of easy skills look amazing with some video editing skullduggery. That would be my tip. Skullduggery is an official word for video editing.
Okay, there you go. Martin.
And of course, because it's all... Yeah, sorry.
for all those people out there who just want to go to the Perth Pizza Skate, any advice on getting their entries in?
Yeah, we will definitely, while we have our pizza, we will discuss about videos as well from tomorrow. So yeah, we will encourage in the group to have as many videos as possible, and especially if we can put some together on Monday for a lot of people. It's a group that we help each other a lot, so it would be nice to have many videos filmed on next Monday, that we have a big crew. So yeah, that's from us.
I think if people out there care about the sport and they want to see it grow, it doesn't matter your skill level, get an entry in, because the only way that it's going to grow is if people see it. Yeah. And sometimes it's, you know, not the best edit that inspires someone for them to try and go in it as well.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Actually, I would like to just add one thing. I know we have spoken about it already. If there are any quad skaters out there that want to put an edit in, please, it will be awesome to see as well.
Yeah.
Freestyle is very interpretive. I mean, it's freestyle slalom. It's in the name. Whatever you skate on, you can make it work. That's kind of why we love it.
Oh, actually, I want to add one thing too. Okay, so like just.
I second that. I've saw slalom skaters in Switzerland who've totally done it with quads and totally new styles that I've never seen before. So I totally agree with Jesse here.
Yeah. I just thought I would say as well, we haven't really talked about it, but it is totally fine, and it's still good to make an edit that's filmed static. So not with someone like, you don't have to have a friend. You don't even need to have a friend to enter this competition. You can actually just film it yourself and like set up a static camera and then edit it and stuff together by yourself. I've seen plenty of videos and edits and stuff that are static that do look really good. It's just all about getting those angles. So yeah,
that's exactly what I've done.
Yeah.
I've just done it static rather than get someone to hold it, because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to be making so many takes. And that person was holding the camera forever and ever and ever. So
That's what I
Yeah.
do, Brad.
That's a good
That's
tripod.
exactly what I do.
Oh,
Yeah. You don't need fancy equipment. We all have a phone, and most of us have at least one shoe.
I think that's a pretty fancy looking shoe, Brad. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That is a
that's worth more than my tripod.
potentially.
I had no choice but to use a GoPro because my Samsung SG8 was in like 1220 p, not 1080, so it wasn't really great. Yeah, so I had no other choice but to use the GoPro and buy a whole new attachment for it. But if you guys have 1080p on your phone, congratulations.
Can I just add as well, just before, there's a couple of tips that some people, if they're shooting video and they're finding that, you know, look, they don't have a computer that's got some whiz-bang software on it to edit the videos. If you've got an iPhone, film it on that. Download a free app called Splice. Splice is really easy to sort of cut and chop your videos to the correct length. You can just grab some stock music straight from Splice, drop it in, and then save it, and then you're done.
Yeah, it's really great. Just even if you have no idea what you're doing, go to the app store, find a random. You can find an app that will kind of suit your needs, and you'll be able to. I can put video edits together, and like I should not. Probably like I don't have any skill at all, and I can make some edits, and I watch it. And I'm like, that is so cool. I can't believe I did that. So yeah.
Absolutely, there are tons of free options for video editing apps out there. Yeah, easy to find. And if you're not sure, someone you know will know. Jordan, Martin, and Russ, thanks so much for coming on and having a chat with us. That was great. I can't wait to see your edits if they come in. I am the only person who's seen Jordan's edit. So that's locked up tight. And so I'll let you guys go now, and I'll finish up with Hannah and Jesse. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for inviting. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
thank you guys.
See you soon. Bye.
Yes.
Alrighty, thanks so much, guys. That was amazing.
Oh, well, no, thank you so we just want to say a massive thank you, obviously, to the Few Studio and what you're doing. We think it's absolutely huge and so incredible. Like, it's awesome for Australian rollerblading to have someone pushing online. We'd also like to thank, Bayside Blades, FR Skates, Sever Skates, Luminous Wheels as well. I mean, without them, we wouldn't be on skates, really.
It's exactly.
So, cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Exactly.
If anyone has any questions and stuff that they feel like they didn't want to ask in the chat, maybe they were too shy or something, or if you just think of them later, always feel free to reach out to me or Jesse as well on social media, and usually we're okay at responding. So yeah,
she's better at it. But I also
of course, and everyone can reach out to me as well. Alrighty, thanks so much, guys. We're ending the stream. Have a good night.
See you later, guys.
See you guys.